Hello, everyone. This is Alan Smith, meteorologist, with your Jackson Hole forecast for today, Tuesday, April 14th, 2020. Let's start out by taking a look at the upper level analysis. We can see a trough of low pressure still well established over the eastern two-thirds of the country with a cold north-northwest flow over Jackson Hole today. So that's keeping the cool air mass in place, although we are a little bit warmer than we were yesterday at least. Taking a look at the current satellite imagery, we can see this northwest flow is leading to some cloud cover. We got some moisture streaming in from the northwest out of BC, and this is leading to scattered clouds, and we could see some flurries later this afternoon as well. Let's take a look at a couple of webcam images. This is from the top of Gros Ventre Butte at the Spring Creek Ranch looking west towards the Tetons. We can see a little bit of blue sky, but mostly cloud cover over the Tetons at this time. And we're getting a similar look from the Climbers Ranch up in Grand Teton National Park, right up against the base of the mountains. Our almanac for today, for April 14th, yesterday you could see we were way below average with a high of only 30 in Jackson, and we got down to 12 for a low this morning. We should be up in the 50s at this time of year, at least on average. Record low this morning was 6, so we didn't get quite that cold, but still a very chilly day. Current temperatures, this was at about 11:15 a.m. A little bit warmer today compared to the past couple of days, up to 31 in Jackson, generally 20s and 30s around the valley locations. Once again, that minus 40 showing up is an error at the Snow King station, so you can ignore that. Generally single digits and teens across the higher elevations, so still quite cold for this time of year. Across Wyoming, we're a little bit warmer than yesterday as well, but still very chilly, generally 20s and 30s across the board. Let's take a look at our current hazards across the country. It's a pretty quiet day overall, especially compared to the past couple of days. Mostly just the cold air mass settling in for this time of year. We've got freeze warnings all across the Ohio Valley, and then up in our neck of the woods, we can see winter weather advisories and winter storm warnings up in Montana for this system that's going to be heading our way in the next 24 hours. Our thunderstorm outlook, very quiet across the country as well, just a little bit, mainly in Florida. 7-day precipitation outlook across the nation. Southeast U.S. is going to be very wet. Then we can see a northwest flow well established across the Rockies with precipitation from northwest to southeast corridor along and near the Continental Divide. We can also see a little bit of moisture that's going to sneak into California later this week. This is for Wednesday. We can see this storm system dropping in out of the northwest, this little northwest to southeast oriented trough. That's going to be our weather maker over the next 24 hours. Jet stream for Wednesday morning, it's going to be oriented favorably so that we're on the left entrance region. This is good for supporting lift and precipitation over western Wyoming. We take a look at moisture at about 10,000 feet, moisture and winds. We can see west-northwest flow, good moisture. This is a favorable setup for precipitation in the Tetons. It's a little bit of a rain shadow going on for the valley. We tend to not do as well in valley with west-northwest flow. However, temperatures are going to be quite cold for this time of year, so everything that does fall is going to be in the form of snow, and it's likely that even in the valley, we're going to see some light accumulations on Wednesday morning while the storm's continuing to trend stronger for the Tetons, and it's looking like it could be a heavy snow event at this point. Let's take a look at our Futurecast radar. This is for late Tuesday afternoon. We're already starting to see a little bit of moisture work its way in. We could start to see some light snow showers developing by late afternoon, especially over the higher terrain. As we get into Tuesday night and then into early Wednesday morning, then the heavier precipitation and more widespread snow really starts to set up across the region. This is Jackson right here in the Tetons, and we're going to see heavy snow falling over the Tetons. If you're driving over the pass on Wednesday morning, you can expect a snowy commute. Then we're getting into Wednesday afternoon. Things start to taper off by this point. The snow becomes less widespread and more showery in nature as the main system starts to dip south of the area. We'll eventually see a cold front arrive late in the afternoon with winds turning to northeast. That'll effectively shut off most of the snowfall. But during the afternoon, we'll still start to see off and on snow showers. And we're actually going to see some instability move in on Wednesday afternoon as well. So that leads to the possibility of some isolated lightning strikes across the area. So can't rule out some thunder snow, at least for somebody. The Storm Prediction Center's thunderstorm outlook highlights this as well, showing a chance of thunderstorms all across western Wyoming. So again, this isn't going to be a widespread or high threat of storms, but it's definitely possible that somebody out there sees a lightning strike tomorrow. Let's take a look at snowfall amounts. This is from one of NOAA's National Weather Service models, and it's of the models I looked at, this seemed to have a good handle on the system. We could see up in Montana, we're going to see heavy snow amounts for many areas and good snow for most of the western and northern mountain ranges in Wyoming as well. Here's the Tetons right here. So my snow forecast, I'm going to call for 6 to 12 inches of snow through Wednesday evening in the Tetons. A little bit less as you move farther east over Togety Pass, 4 to 8 inches. And Jackson Hole Valley, I am expecting light accumulations out of this event as well. It's mainly on late Tuesday, Wednesday night, and Wednesday morning. We could see anywhere from a ½ inch to 2 inches, and that does include the town of Jackson, although, as typically is the case, the amounts will be a little bit higher the farther north or west you go from Jackson. But temperatures will be cold enough. We could see some minor road accumulations in the valley as well. So nice little late season snow event on the way for us. As we head into Thursday, we can see the low pressure system is tightening up and dipping southwest of our area. We're going to see winds shift to southeasterly in Jackson. That's not a favorable setup for snow, but we're still going to see a little bit of moisture working its way back in from the southeast at times. That models are picking up on some light snow showers developing at times during the day on Thursday. Again, I don't like the setup a whole lot, so I don't think we see a whole lot. I think it's mainly going to be a cold and mostly dry day on Thursday, but we certainly could see a few snow flurries or light snow showers at times during the day, along with some cloud cover. So we head into Friday, we start to dry out across the board, and we'll start to warm up as well. Thursday's looking like a cold day with highs only in the mid-30s in Jackson, but by Friday we should be well into the 40s, which is still cooler than average for this time of year, but at least it's an upward trend, and we'll start to see more sunshine as well. Saturday, high pressure starts to strengthen a bit, so we see more of a warm up with continued mostly sunny skies. Should be getting up close to 50 in the valley. A little weak disturbance moving north of us, but shouldn't really do a whole lot for us. Let's take a look at temperatures over the next 5 days. You can see remaining below average for the next 3 days, and Friday morning, Thursday and Friday morning, Friday and Saturday mornings, we're getting into the teens for lows, but then warming up nicely on Saturday afternoon. Across the higher elevations, we're going to be in the 20s for highs all week at 9,000 feet. So chilly week, not going to see much snow melt in the mountains. Then Saturday starting to get into the 30s. Precipitation outlook over the next 5 days for the Jackson Hole Valley, mostly light, but then we start to see moderate snow showers on late Tuesday night and during the day Wednesday, tapering off to light snow showers and flurries Wednesday night and Thursday. Snow amounts for the Tetons, 3 to 6 inches Tuesday night, 3 to 6 inches during the day Wednesday, so there we get our 6 to 12. Thursday, any additional snowfall should be light. Then Friday and Saturday, we dry out. Taking a look at the long-range outlook, things are looking pretty nice, especially after a cold winter-like week this week. Getting into Sunday and Monday, high pressure starts to build over the western U.S. That's going to lead to a nice warm-up. We should be well into the 50s by early next week. We could see we're going to occasionally see these little weak disturbances move across the Rockies underneath the high pressure ridge. So at times next week, we could see some showery type weather. This would probably be rain in the valley, snow in the mountain type showers. I don't expect a whole lot in terms of precipitation amounts, but we could occasionally see some unsettled weather. Overall, though, the trend going into next week is going to be for more pleasant conditions with the warmer temperatures returning. Thanks for watching, and we will talk to you next time.